The M240L is one of the weapons you can easily tell, it mows your enemies with ease. That is 100% true, but what do we pay for it? In today's video we are going to discuss everything about this LMG, so sit back, relax, and let's dive in. As always, we start with the basics. The M240 has 33.4 flat damage and 600 RPM rate of fire, which will lead us to a decent damage profile, at least for CQB. It has a common for LMG's 433 ADS transfer speed, a standard headshot multiplier 1.34, a 50 bullet standard belt, and actually quite good 4.25 second reload time. Right from the start we can see that the M240 is a very strong weapon. It is very close to the M121 by its power stats, but it doesn't have such an enormous reload time. To be fair, 4.25 seconds feels way better, and I didn't have any frustrations regarding reload. Let's continue to the raw power stats. The M240 has the common for LMG class 3 damage zones with damage fall-off points at 21 and 75 meters. To the body we deal 33.4, 25 and 20 damage at the respective ranges. It has a standard headshot multiplier 1.34 and hollow point ammo multiplier 1.5. It has no access to synthetic ammo, and we don't need it. We already have 50 damage headshot with hollow point ammo in the first zone, and that's quite nice. That means we need 3 to 5 shots to the body to kill our target. For a headshot, it cuts the needed shots to kill by 1 in the second and third range zones. Hollow point ammo improves STK by 1 at all ranges. So with hollow point ammo, we need 2 shots to kill in the first range zone, which is very nice to have. That leads us to time to kill parameters for multiplayer. It takes 202 milliseconds to kill in the first range zone, a very strong result. And here's the important part. Yes, we already have a 3-shot kill up to 21 meters, and on most weapons you should not risk bullets missing the head, as the weapon is already very strong and powerful. But the M240 is frankly not an attachment-hungry weapon. Additionally, it feels quite stable and manageable to control. So if you are a type of player that loves to hunt for heads, or have a habit of aiming at upper chest area, you can easily use hollow point ammo. It is way easier to control, for example, compared to the M121. If you compare the M240 to other weapons in the LMG class, it takes second place. By raw power stat, it is easily one of the deadliest LMGs and weapons in Battlefield 6. Now we are moving on to the bloom and recoil section. Here is the result for the bloom area test. It is based on 1500 shots made in ADS at a 20 meter range. The green area is a typical behavior of recoil and bloom for the M240. Yellow zones are examples of single barrel patterns. As you can see, the recoil is pretty big, and in addition to that, it has left to right movement. The good thing is, the spray pattern is pretty much vertical. The main direction of recoil is 2 degrees to the left. I personally prefer using either angle grip or stubby for recoil control and ADS transfer speed improvement. And in case we are using best recoil reduction attachments, we can shrink the base area to this size. Talking about hipfire area, here's the test for it at a 10 meter range. It is the same story as other belt type of LMGs. It is dog shit. You should never shoot with hipfire, unless you are already touching your enemy with the gun or something else. I mean, you can build it for hipfire accuracy, but that is a cursed decision. This weapon has way more potential when you're using it as a pure ADS weapon. As a reminder, I've got an ultimate attachment guide for you. The link is in the top right corner and the description down below. Feel free to check it out if you wanna know how exactly attachments work and how they affect your weapon. Moving on to the playstyle section. The M240 is a deadly beast, and in fact, I believe it is very versatile. When we talk about playstyle, I'd say it can do it all. Aggressive, passive, supportive, hyper-pushing, cover to cover. It really can do anything you want. It has very good base stats for CQB, and if you build it right, enough stability to deal with targets at longer ranges. Yes, it is an LMG with 433 milliseconds ADS transfer speed, but we will decrease it to 300 milliseconds, and it will become 250 milliseconds when you are playing as a support class. That will give us the ability to hardcore push, like with other automatic weapon classes. More than that, we don't have a need for the 100 bullet belt upgrade. 4.25 second reload time feels actually quite good, and doesn't make you frustrated and vulnerable while waiting. In case you prefer supportive and second lane playstyles, this weapon is great for that too, and you won't notice any problems whatsoever. Optimal range for the M240 is up to 75 meters. You can use it for longer ranges, but I'd not recommend wasting time on such targets unless it's a guaranteed kill. As we discussed earlier, recoil is mid. I personally love using either an angle grip or stubby, sometimes in combination with long suppressor or flash compensator. That way it becomes easier to control. Leveling with this gun is very easy. You don't need anything at all. Pick up a violet laser and flash compensator, and you are good to go. You won't have any problems while leveling at all. Let's move on to the build section. The M240 is not an attachment-hungry weapon, so we can build it however we want. And I've prepared 3 builds for you guys: a 100 bullet barrel build, my main one, and an extreme push and power build. The first build is a 100 bullet barrel build, the Suppressor. This build favors second lane and more passive playstyle while suppressing your enemies. But of course you can play it in an aggressive manner too. For the side, take what you want. Next we need a flash hider, a heavy extended barrel, canted stubby, violet laser, and a 100 round belt. In case you wanna get the benefits of a suppressor, or use a flash compensator to improve recoil control even more, you can switch the violet laser for that. I personally believe the violet laser is OP, so I'm sticking to it. With this build, the M240 becomes a suppressor king, while having both recoil and accuracy improvements. Whilst our ideal range is up to 21 meters due to 3 shots body kill, with this build you can deal with targets up to 75 meters with ease. And if you have a burst fire habit, you can deal with targets at longer ranges, but again, I think it's a more of a waste of time. As for the playstyle, it loves more passive and second lane gameplay. That doesn't mean you can't use it in CQB, but this one is meant to suppress your enemies, and it's pretty hard to do in CQB. I am an aggressive playstyle type of player, and this build was working good enough for that purpose. 100 bullets is always more than enough to deal with enemies and reload after. The second build is what I mainly use, and is called Based. This is a version of the previous build, but with easy to control recoil and with the addition of hollow point ammo. For the side section, take what you want. Next we take a flash hider, heavy extended barrel, violet laser, stippled stubby, and hollow point ammo. In case you don't want to aim for heads, simply switch hollow point ammo for a long suppressor. The optimal range for this build is up to 75 meters, with an ability to deal with targets up to 100 meters. As for the playstyle, it is suitable for any type of gameplay. Aggressive or passive, supportive or hyper pushing, it can do it all. We have enough stability, recoil control and ADS transfer speed to do anything you want. And do not forget that we have a very good damage profile, so I prefer using this one in pure CQB while having the ability to kill targets at longer ranges. And again, this gun is able to compete. Add your skill, map awareness and enemy prediction, and you'll dominate in close quarters. An insanely good build that I absolutely enjoyed playing with. I had many dominating and fun moments. I highly recommend trying it out. The third build is Dominator. This one is oriented towards improving ADS transfer speed and making you more potent for close quarter battles, while having enough recoil control and accuracy. For the side section, take what you want. Next we take a long suppressor, light barrel, full angle grip and violet laser. In case you want even more recoil control, you should switch the violet laser for the stippled stubby. With this build you become even stronger in CQB, and you have the most ADS transfer speed you can possibly achieve on this weapon. Optimal range for this build is up to 75 meters, but it was created to dominate in CQB, so the ideal range is up to 21 meters, where we have a 3-shot to kill potential. And that means it favors hyper-aggressive and push-and play style. And that's pretty much it for this build. I enjoyed playing with it, and it has a great potential. If you are a pushing and swift type of player, you should try this one. The M240 is a close combat destroyer that has the ability to delete enemies at mid to long range. Playing with it feels like you are holding power itself. Yes, you'll need a bit of time to get used to it, but that is true for almost every weapon in the game. The M240 is an insane weapon, and it felt almost overpowered. But of course that's only my thoughts, and I'd like to know what you guys think about this gun in the comment section down below. And feel free to join our community Discord, where we discuss the game and share guides and other things. The link is in the description down below. If you liked the video, press the like and subscribe buttons for future content. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.